Hello, beautiful artisans. Happy Sunday. I didn't really expect to jump on here today, but I did want to share a couple of things with you. So, based on a couple of comments that I got, I did make another thrift shop run too, and I want to share with you what I got. So, welcome to the channel. If you are new, what we do is create with all recycled fabrics, materials, and supplies as much as we can. The If you are coming back, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate all of you. Our numbers are growing little by little, and that's really good. So as a community, we get to share with each other, we get to ask questions, we learn. So I got a couple of things out I wanted to share with you from a few of the comments I made the past few days. I hope you're enjoying a nice hot cup of coffee and relaxing. It is a really cool day here, so it's a really good day for some hot coffee or hot cocoa I discovered with almond milk tastes out of this world. So, now with that said, a number of years ago, so I guess it was about 34 years ago, so how time flies. I did a number of cards. I drew them simply in pen and ink on just a regular piece of paper. I don't even think I had art paper, to be honest with you. I had a notebook, and then I took all of the pictures up the road and had them copied onto recycled paper. So I was doing all of the Vermont birds at that time, and I just loved. So this one I was just playing around. Took my cards that are all really plain. They're not. They don't have any color, paint, or pen and ink. Now I did start playing around with that a little bit because what I wanted to do was spiffy them up a little bit. So this is pen and inks that I'm playing around with there. It takes a long time to do that also. This is paint. I was just messing around with that. And so here's a peregrine falcon. At that time, 34 years ago, it was endangered. And now it's just on the priority list. So they keep an eye on it. They have very special nest areas for these birds that are watched closely here in Vermont. So, and they're labeled. It's like there's signs all over the place. So, and this is the loon. And I may have shared these. I'm sure that I shared these on this channel at one point. So these are in, I was just looking for, I have more of these tucked away, but I still have the originals, so I may have them, I may do a whole series again of them. So now this is on the white recycled paper. This is a hummingbird, and this is like my favorite. It's a grouse, and I did a needle felted grouse and donated it to the Vermont Bird Museum. That is, and I did this like years and years ago. But I love to just add the color to them. So this is in my mind, right? Because these have been around for a while. I'm recycling. I'm giving them new life. So I'm kind of playing around with that a little bit. And the painting of fabric that I was talking about is something I was playing around with also. So this is just a prototype. This isn't going anywhere, but it's an example of what I was talking about. So all of these pieces are glued, and I'm really not crazy about that, but I plan to kind of study this a little bit more, do a little research, and figure out maybe a little bit more refined way to do the fabric painting. So now last night, this is what I did. I took some art paper, and I bought this. This isn't too old. I took some of this art paper and I folded it in half one way and then in half the other way. And I cut these pieces out. So it gave me the size that I want to play around with and start doing some artwork on. So I ended up doing these two pieces last night. Now I had some comments out there um, from some viewers that they want to do their drawing again. They used to do it and they want to do it again. And so, yeah, I totally encourage you to do it. Now, do you have to sit down and make it all, perfect and know exactly what you're doing? No, you do not. You do not. If it's most relaxing for you to sit in front of your favorite show, just get your pennant, whatever you use. And I'm going to show you a couple of my boxes here in a minute. But all I did, you remember I was telling you yesterday, I got this little maple leaf of a little bird. I put it on the other side of the room because I was just kind of looking at it from across the room. Now, in Vermont, we have a lot of maple trees. So it wasn't unusual to find something that was in the shape of a maple leaf. I mean, you see these all over the place here. So, but one of the fun things that I like to do is repetitive. I just like to sit and draw like a repetitive image in different sizes, shapes, colors. So this is how far I've gotten. Now, will I give it a little design or something in the leaves? I'm not sure because this could turn into a really lengthy project if I color these all in. So we'll see. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that. So I'm going to put this down because this is like one of my favorite, and I was messing around on the back of it, but this is one of my favorite kinds of art because um, I did a design, and I'm sure many people have, but I did a design like this years ago. And I made it much, much larger. I made a number of these, made them much, much larger and on a larger piece of paper. And what I do, and you notice I do this in my Kawandi and I do it in my Boro, I turn it towards me. And it just gives me a better perspective. Now, it creates, as you turn this and you're drawing, right, it creates the leaves going different directions. So maybe you want it on an angle even, you know what I mean? And you're creating your leaves to go different directions. But I want the whole thing filled with leaves. So I switch out my colors and I look at it and I'm figuring out, the thing about this one, look, I have two different colors. I have a dark orange and a lighter orange, and then I have yellow. And I feel like the yellow never really shows up unless maybe I'm coloring it in, but it will kind of show. But I'm going to use the lighter orange and see. Yeah, see, you can hardly see it. You really cannot see this. But it's definitely already making a difference. So, yeah, I mean, this is how I come up with, if I can't think of something to draw, um, I will come up with what is it that I like. And I want to share something with you too. I shared this long ago on my channel. It's probably still there tucked down, but let's see here. I'm looking for a piece of scrap paper. Let me get a piece of scrap paper. You know how you always have that teacher, and I have a number of them. I remember quite well. Very well. But you know how you have that one teacher where you remember. So I have a teacher. It was an art teacher, and I can't remember her name right now. It will come to me at some point. But what she used to do is we would go in class and she would come around to each of us individually and she would make a design on the paper. And this was my favorite class, of course, because I'm an artist. But this is what she would do. She would just scribble something like that, whatever it was, or she might go like that. So we were supposed to create something out of this. And I loved it. I loved the challenge. And some days she would make it difficult. She would say, okay, this has to be something that you see outside, or it has to be something you'd see in your home. And you're like, wow, what would, and so of course, I got smart really quick. When I got something like this, I'm like, I would just start like, okay, if it was in the home, guess what this was? This was a plate of spaghetti, and I would just do like that. And and I had the most fun with these designs. And I would usually go towards flowers. I was always trying to draw flowers of some kind. So I wanted to share that with you. If you can't think of something to draw, just kind of scribble anything and then just start designing. Because guess what? It doesn't have to be a concrete form. It can be, of course, an abstract. And some of the best designs come out that way. So, with that, that is what I'm working on. I'm working on my maple leaves. So, now let me just show you with my maple leaves. One of the things when I started this, I wanted them all different sizes. So I've got a few larger ones there, and you can see I did give them a tiny bit little design in the middle there. And I started working on this. It was dark by the time I was done with this. So see some of them you go off the edge, so they're half done. So that's totally fine. And you can come up this way, you can bring them up this way, so they're coming into another leaf. And it looks like I got most of the spaces here, here, and here. I want to get just that's going that way. And this one I'm going to bring to go this way. So, and this one I'm turning it again towards me, and it just makes it easier to work. But I love doing my art. So I love this. Today, with the sun shining right now, I'm going to do another few like this. So come along with me. I'm going to cut my pieces of paper out. Now, if you don't have any art paper on you immediately and you have just some paper, just start drawing. You can cut out sizes like this on paper bags even. But if you have your art paper, just and you don't want to do a huge masterpiece, just cut them down like I did and start doing the next one. I'm just going to give you some ideas. These are common themes for artists. Nature. So flowers, trees, leaves, cats. Okay, sun, moon, stars. That's what I'm doing next. Sun, moon, stars. And I did some scribbling of them last night. Birds, and you can make abstract bird. It doesn't have to be a perfectly replication of a bird. Just do the image, like whatever makes you happy. Hats, that's another one. But I mean, there's tons of them, right? And just geo shapes. Now, and I'm going to show you a couple things I got at the thrift shop in a minute. But okay, so first, this is a plastic tub I got at the thrift shop. And I have a number of things in here. Figure out how to open it. So this is all my paints are in here. Or not all my paints. I actually have more, but some of these are dried out. I bet you this is. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to add a little water to that, let it sit for probably a day. So I'm going through these, and the reason I'm showing you is like there was a viewer who said I've haven't drawn in like 50 years or so. So I'm like, this is like I haven't painted in a while, but this is a good one. So you can get these for like as little as 99 cents, whatever it is that you're getting at the Walmart or at, Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Here's my Mod Podge. Get a little thing of Mod Podge, because if you want, if you're working and you want to be able to paint and use that, then you just have it. If you don't use it, then that's okay. And so what I'm doing as I get these out is I'm trying to figure out, do I have my fall colors? Do I have bright colors that I love? So that's kind of what I'm doing going through this. Oh, look, here's my blue. I was looking for that for my leaves. So see, here's more. Look, I have this box is filled with my fine tipped markers. So I have all these mixed in here right now with my paints. So I'm pulling those out and I'm going to put them over there. And I was looking for my deep colored blue. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just pairing and I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? I need to make a trip to Walmart. I need to make a trip. Some of these things you do end up having to go to your craft store. It is lovely if we can find them all at our thrift shop and at least work with the ones who are environmentally friendly. I think Apple Barrel is. So I haven't looked into that in great depth. I'd like to learn more about it and bring you along with me when I do. So I wanted to share that with you a little bit. And so this morning I got at the thrift shop, I got this for $1. Each of these were $1. So these are 24 cellophane pages. So I can cut these are too big for it. These are too big. However, I can cut down pieces of paper to create artwork to fit in these. Now, why am I doing that? So when I go to the art and craft fair or make pieces for the guild, maybe I do that. But I can fit my piece of artwork in here. And if they want to buy it, this is perforated. This can just kind of rip right out, and I can put a little piece of tape at the end of this, right, to keep the piece in. But this is a nice cover for my little designs that I want to create. So that's why I got these, and they're like $1. So who knows? They're probably not too much at Walmart, but they were at the thrift shop. I figured I'd get them. Now, the other thing, along with fabric painting, there is, which we were talking about the other day, and we'll be talking about that more, and just our fine tipped marker or our acrylic paints or drawing. There is another way to paint, and that is with our cardboard. Right, look, this was $1. This is typically, I'm telling you, I've seen these $8.99 at, the art and craft stores. And the reason they're $8.99 is they're gorgeous and they're pieces of cardboard, with designs. Look, oh, this is another inspirational uh, way to get ideas for art. Yeah, I mean, look, I didn't even think of that. Maybe they'll buy my leaves. Anyway, so you can cut out, and I have a bunch more pieces of cardboard, but you can cut these out and create different shapes and whatnot and images on your piece. And when you glue these on, in my opinion, it's much more of a natural um result than the fabric. So the fabric, I kind of have to kind of look at that a little closer. But anyway, I wanted to jump on here today and just share with you some work that I'm doing. And this is how I usually warm up back into my drawing and my painting is just I just sit and draw whatever it is I want to draw. And I do like the repetition. However, you'll see me go into scenes. I'll be doing other types of art too. So, anyway, with that, I wanted to share, and I hope you're having a beautiful Sunday. And we will see you in the next one.